What is going on, guys? It's the Mad Dragon. We're jumping back into Rugby 25 today, continuing on with our Ospreys series in the URC. If you haven't checked out the other videos, they're already up on the channel. I recommend going back and checking them out because we are going to ruin the results of them. In the last video, we went on to play the Stormers and had a really good first half. Owen Watkin had a superb one, getting a little hat-trick over for himself, but a late comeback by the Stormers with some big bump-off tackles by a couple of their props, allow them to get back over for 2 tries, and the score ending a little bit closer than I was expecting at the end of that first half. So we did end up managing to take that game 21 points to 14. In today's video, who are we up against? I realised I didn't even mention it at the end of last video. Ospreys, we're going up against Munster. Fun game to jump into. Now, we're at Munster already in the table, currently in 8th. 1 game from 2 so far for them. So we're going in probably as the favourites into this one, but maybe not in terms of the team rankings and what have you. I like the Ospreys. Oh, we've also got the alternate kit, which is grey. But I do like the Ospreys black kit. So we'll go red versus black. Munster versus Ospreys, and again, sort of similar to some of the other URC teams. I think they've got names correct for Munster, but maybe not all the face scans or what have you. 5-minute halves, hardest difficulty, hard to see behind my face. But we're over in the Limerick Stadium, over in Ireland. Let's jump into game number 3 and see if we can take on Munster. Alrighty then, into game number 3. Nighttime game, fun to get into. Hopefully the floodlights are going to be on our side, and not just right in front of the camera. Here comes Munster, charging out from the tunnel. See, this is a nice intro, right? To be able to see them coming up from actually down the corridor in the hallway, being able to run onto the pitch. There's the home fans. Oh, we're back in the Tottenham Hotspur kit for the referees. Looking around the crowd, there's a lot of blue again. They really like their blue in this game, as there's as opposed to everyone playing in red. We're over in the black. Here come our Ospreys boys, Justin Tipperick, who's been working hard for us so far in this series. Probably, I don't know, player of the match, who's been the sort of player of our team so far. That man there, Keelan Giles, has been working incredibly hard for the Ospreys. That man nodding in agreement with me. Owen Watkin last week had a superb game. Probably got my man of the match last week as well. We'll jump into game number 3 and see who can take it this week. Or will it be Munster? Will we end up having a terrible loss? Who knows how this game's going to go. Owen Williams to get us kicked off and underway, starting out nice and deep. Let's see if we can get underneath this ball and try and put some pressure on. Doesn't manage it. What? I think that's Adam Beard going for some pretty high wrapping tackles straight from the off there. Let's see if we can. Oh, they're going for an offload. Okay, I think that's Tyke Byrne trying to make a charge to there. As it gets out to Hodnett, who's making a good breakaway. Adam Beard coming in for another huge tackle. Had to be made. I can't select any of my players. We're going to have to get Justin Tipperick to rush off the line there as Jack Crowley making a little one-off run himself as they get out to Archer, driven back in a 2-man tackle. Let's see if we can put some pressure on there. I'm going to hold out towards the right-hand side. They've gone left. It was the right move. The offloaded pass maybe not necessary. Keelan Giles going to have to get back across to stop Scannell, who's holding out on the wing. Oh, and we got a turnover at the breakdown, picked up by Warren. Right, what can we put pressure on against this Munster team? Let's go for another little offload, trying to hit that gap. Oh, that looked very, very high. Referee's not looking into that one. Actually, let's go towards the left here. I'm going to try and see if we can get around the outside of the wing. It doesn't manage to get there at all. And actually, they've got men over that ball. We'll have to try and get in there quicker. Let's try and spread out wide and go for a bit of a pressure-relieving kick to start out with. Oh, no, hasn't worked for us great, but there is actually no one in this back corner. Oh, Owen Williams can't pick up the ball. And Haley now on the edge of the ball. Craig Casey trying to jump onto it himself, taking it up to the defensive line. Slow from the breakdown. No one realised Casey was involved in that tackle. A great shot by Greatbanks against Jack Crowley. They're driven back. They're back in their own half, and they'll go for a box kick, trying to relieve a bit of pressure. Can our boy get on the end of it? Walsh, great collection there. Let's just see if we can get a nice pressure-relieving kick of our own. Where we scored off a try off one of these before. I mean, and Keelan Giles is looking for it once again. Oh, I tried to get the grubber kick away. Doesn't work. They'll go for one more offload, but recovered by Gareth Thomas, the Welsh prop, on the charge. No one's linked up with him. Can we get round the outside for Kieran Williams to jump in for the first try for the Ospreys? They all thought the pass was coming. They thought there's no way Gareth Thomas has the energy to run 40 metres over, and they just let him go, and then they began to chase him later on. Wait for that extra pass to the inside centre, takes it over himself. in the corner. Pretty tough for a lock to be able to chase down an inside centre from there. It's taken us 15 minutes to get over for the first try. Interesting camera angle here. Love looking at the back of these boards. Always fun to... And a big post. I don't even know where Owen Williams is standing. There's a post the same height as him apparently next to him there. Let's go for a... Oh, I actually don't know if that was enough power. My finger slipped off the power button. Let's hope we've just about put enough on that. And does. Owen Williams starting through first kick. I think we're still on 100% over the entire tournament so far. Going for some sort of golden boot award for accuracy in the URC. Jack Crowley to get Munster kicked off and underway once again. They've certainly had the lion's share of possession so far in this game, but... Oh. A high tackle coming in there, says the ref. I actually don't know where that was. We'll kick to touch, though, from here. Ref's going to go have a quick word with the ghost on Munster's team. Really not happy with him. Casper, you can't do this. You know, you're meant to be a friendly ghost. Don't go for the high shots. Will hopefully give us a bit of distance up into their half. I think that's the corner flag. We'll see if we can put this right up towards... Oh, no, towards the edge of their 20. The flags were throwing me off a bit there. But we've made some decent ground. I don't actually know who made the high shot from their team. I think that was meant to be on my guy. I did go for a sidestep. And I don't think they actually hit the ball carrier, but the referee gave it nonetheless. Still wasn't happy with the luck. Trying to straighten up there with Owen Williams. Doesn't work for us. Do we have numbers? Can we send Justin Tipperick up to... Oh, that's not the man I wanted. Let's see if we can still go out wide. Justin Tipperick going it himself. Grab a kick on around the outside. Can't collect his own kick. But the referee, in a very interesting decision, has actually given the line-out back to us. You'd have to say he's got that call wrong, and the Munster fans have died down a lot in this stadium so far. Another terrible decision coming in from the referee. Certainly looks favourable. And Kieran Williams, following in the footsteps of Owen Watkin and Keelan Giles so far. 2 tries in the first half. I don't know how this keeps happening. We keep having a really brilliant first half with somebody, and it always ends up being one person. Great set piece from the line out there. Great little strike run. And we'll get right underneath the post, and it'll be a nice easy kick as well for Owen Williams to line up a decent shot. The TVs are the right way round on the stadium, which is nice. Slotted through. 14-0. Waiting for Munster to get into this game at this point. They are struggling to hold us down defensively. When they do have possession on the ball, they were making ground. It's just a couple of those one-off runners. Is that really the way they want to be playing? They'll kick deep once again. We'd like to see them maybe try a different technique here. They're not really making as much ground as you would want to off those restarts. In fact, I'm just going to go for a box kick here. Hopefully not kicking it dead. Just want to try and put it right up against that touch line. Oh, I think that might have just gone too far. Yep, ref said touch on the full. That was very nearly bang on where I wanted it to be. We'll go for a middle jumper, see if we can steal it. Nope, no steal coming in there. Let's try and put pressure on the maul. I've just realised the line out actually was taken from where that ball went. So although they said it was out on the full, maybe not actually. They might have actually said that was absolutely fine. Oh, there's no one in that back corner. This could be a brilliant 50-22. Has been picked up by the Ospreys boys. I don't think they're allowed to play on with this so far, but referee's not stopping us. Let's make the most of it. We'll kick it downfield, split the 2 defenders in the back. The lock is not necessarily the man you want back there. We'll wrap him up. Huge tackle coming in by Luke Morgan. Great follow-up chase and the turnover and the breakdown. Can we put extra pressure on here? Oh, there's got to be room out here. We can see Morris looking for this ball out on the wing. Can't get round the outside of the left winger for Munster, though. No way through. All very bunched up in attack. We'll just go for a little one-off run. Send Dewi Lake up the middle. Try and bunch up their defence a little bit more. Let's go for one more pass there. Oh, it's Kieran Williams. Still looking for his hat-trick in this game. Played so well so far. Let's shift it out wide one more time as Owen Watkin takes it in. And Walsh for the corner. Diving around the outside. The referee wants to have a look at it. It might be the final pass for a forward pass. Well, they might be checking it for the grounding. There was a very late leg sweep there coming in from the Munster player. Doesn't manage to get there. Looks like a try all day long to me for Walsh, who's been doing a lot of backfield work so far in this tournament. It's nice to see him actually get on the front foot and attack and get over for a try himself. And we'll set up for another conversion. 19-0 as it stands. This to make it 21-0. And the coaches at half-time will need to have some words with Munster because things are just not going their way at the minute. A couple of attacking options not working for them. That high tackle, weather harsh, you know, is going against them. The referee's calls so far have certainly felt wrong. The line-out decision call, I think, has been wrong a couple of times here by the referee. He's not having a good game. And the Munster fans will not be happy when it gets round to half-time. Well, eventually picked up by Owen Watkin. Didn't look very comfortable under that high ball. We're just going to drop it back. We're going to try and just go for a couple of one-off runners here. See where the space is over there. Right, let's try and keep this one in field. Off the box kick this time. Referee says taken back, so can't go straight out on the full. Let's try and chase him up. Oh, Luke Morgan missing his tackle. Oh, great shot. Coming in there by Morgan Williams. To shut down a big man on the charge. Once again, wrapping up there. Owen Watkin in with another good tackle. Very tight defensive line. Once again, they're playing out the back. They think they've seen room in that backfield and have done. This could be a brilliant kick. The ball not bouncing well for them. And Walsh got to try and run himself out of trouble here. Got to try and straighten up. Oh, and he's got absolutely clattered underneath the post. There's 3 minutes left on the clock. It might be just a time-saving sort of game at this point. Can we get into half-time without conceding something? We just need a couple more one-off runners. Let's send this boy up through the middle. Walsh once again. Getting stuck in trouble. This half-time clock waiting for it. The referee's going to tell us to use it in a second. The half-time buzzer is there. Let's boot this one off the field and go in at half-time. 21-0 in the lead. Kieran Williams having a great first half. Munster putting pressure on. They are putting pressure on as this game is getting on. They're just not quite getting there. A couple of those kicks have been really unlucky for them. Possession-wise, actually, we've had the most possession. 63% possession compared to 37. Meters gained, though. Munster all over this one. 217 meters. Over double, or basically double, the meters made by the Ospreys so far. Tackles made pretty even across the board. Penalties conceded, that 1 versus 0. But the ruck wins is where the Ospreys are really looking good in this one so far. Coaches at halftime will have had words. Munster will be looking to try and change it up. Maybe looking for a different kickoff. The kickoff to just direct down the centre, always to the fullback, is not necessarily any sort of tactic for them. They've gone for it once again. This time, though, picked up by the 2-time try scorer, Kieran Williams, who's managed to actually find a bit of room there, just trying to hit the gap. Let's just try and support that ruck a little bit. Anyone going to be able to get in there? Picked up this time by Morgan Williams. Wants to take a sniping run himself, and we might have room further out here, but he's going to have to play himself out of trouble on this one eventually. The ball getting there. Luke Morgan just wants to take a little jinky kick over the top. Difficult bounce. It's going to stay infield. Tough work here for the Munster fullback, wrapped up by Morgan Morris, chasing him down, not letting him go. And the turnover once again on these ruck turnovers for the Ospreys have been brilliant. Now, do they have room out on this wing? They're going to look for a kick. Oh, it doesn't work for them. Owen Williams dropping the ball. No knock on, says the referee, and Munster reclaim possession. Will they get that one out on the full? It's looking like a very dangerous bounce at this point. Oh, and the referee, that's so harsh to get over there. That was Morris out on the wing. The ball bounced so awkwardly, stayed in field, eventually got picked up by Morris and pushed into touch by Munster, giving them a really good exit. That's some decent distance made. Oh, and a high tackle this time, coming in against Gareth Thomas. Not happy with this one. Yep, there he is. Get it in for his high shot. So we've had 2 high tackles. No yellow cards so far. Could have been something the bunker could have looked at. We're still waiting for a yellow card in this game. I believe it is a possibility, but from a Munster point of view here, this has been absolutely superb. Being pinned back on their own 5-metre line in the space of 2 phases. I've got all the way into the Ospreys half here. And maybe they can try and do something more. Let's see if we can slow down this maul. Justin Tippricks. We've got a good defensive line from that maul, actually, which is nice. They're going to go for... Oh, they slipped through the gap, and Keelan Giles got to try and rush back for this one. Can he get back in time to stop the outside centre? Went for the spin. Huge call. I'm going to try and support the left wing. No, they're going to go out this way. Who's going to be able to get there? The hooker still breaking through tackles. Ospreys, desperate trouble, trying to hold on their own 5-metre line. The coaches won't be happy with where this attack has gone so far. Oh, the loose pass. Maybe one too many. Well read by Adam Beard there. Can the Ospreys get themselves out of trouble? Oh no, that was a terrible offload. And once again, the ball will bounce into touch. Munster will have another opportunity to do something from here. Let's go for a frontman jump. No, once again, we are not picking these line-out jumpers correctly. They're going to go for the maul. Munster going to try and put some pressure on from this line-out. They are making ground, but they're going to go up through the middle. That is a great line picked by the hooker. Scannell coming in. Great work off the line-out. That was a planned move, surely, off the back of the line-out. Set up for the maul. Just try and make the Ospreys bunch up a little bit. Popping that line. What a great line to hit there by the hooker. Straight through the two defenders. Dots it over for a try. Very, very hard to defend from when you've got a defensive line running away. And Crowley now can set up and try and get Munster somewhat back into this game by turning that 5 into a 7. Ooh, getting a little bit edgy towards that left post though, but Jack Crowley does slot it through. 21 points to 7. Still a long way back into this game for Munster, but the Ospreys never like to stay down, as we've seen so far in this tournament. Let's go for a deep kick out onto that left wing. Get it chased down by Morgan Williams. Not going to get there, but Jack Morgan going to rush in and try and put some pressure on there. Good duck out of the way by the Munster player to not have that ball bounce off of him. Slowly, someone's going to have to fill in that scrum half department. They're going to play out wide this time. They've gone out the back. Is that the right move? As Kieran Williams going to pick this one up and thinks he sees room in that backfield for the 50-22. Oh, the referees judged him. That's not a 50-22. Ball kicked from outside of the halfway line, so it will go for a Munster scrum. Very harsh. Thought that was a superb kick, actually, to be able to get there. Munster will relieve their own line. Ospreys will have a decent meter gain there from this. They're still moving up towards that 22. Let's see if they can go for another big strike run. It's an area that's worked well so far in this tournament. Once again, they'll ship it out. There he is, Kieran Williams, getting it out wide to Luke Morgan. Got a lot of room to work with. He's charging up for the line. Can the fullback get back across for him? Doesn't look like he has the pace. Luke Morgan, very, very fast player. Dots it down right in that corner. Got awfully close to the touchline. Just wanted to take as much room as possible. A little bit of a slalom back inside. Dotting it down. And the Munster fullback has to jump over. And that, even with 20 minutes left on the clock, you might say could be job done for the Ospreys at this point. 3 tries to the wind. 20 minutes left on the board. It's not impossible. But certainly going to be a tough task to ask of these Munster players. Jack Crowley. Got to look for something different. Next time they're going to go off to the left-hand side. Again, still straight up the midfield though, and it hasn't worked for them all day really. It's just been an easy collection for the Ospreys, and once again they'll just set up their own line here of how they want to try and organise this one. Get a bit of an exit clearance kick. Not the greatest kick though. Coming in. Has to get wrapped up very well. Oh, what a breakaway. Coming in here. Who can get back? Walsh. Managing to get back. Oh, but slipped through the tackle. Like an eel. Just can't get hands on him. Rory Scannell gets over. Terrible, terrible tackling by the Ospreys players here. I thought that was done, but just wriggling through, not knowing when to quit. Maybe, just maybe, for everything I just said about Munster not being able to get back into this game, I'd have just been saved. Jack Crowley slotting that one through. Brings them back in within 2 tries. 17 minutes on the board. Only took 3 minutes for them to get back into that one. Something different needed this time. Where will the Ospreys go? Let's go deep and short. Right into this corner. Oh, doesn't manage to get under the ball. Wrapped up is the Munster lock. Let's get the Ospreys defensive line set up a bit better. There's a huge hole there. Luckily, the 2-man tackle just to shove him over buys us a bit more time. There's so much room out to this left wing if the ball can come quickly. Oh, they've gone back up the inside. Is that the right way to go? Not into Morris. That is not the right way to go. Absolutely up for those tackles all day long. And now the Ospreys defensive line organise themselves a bit more. Great rush off the line there. That was Keelan Giles. Getting straight into the middle of this mix again. They've gone for another exit kick. Straight into the hands of Owen Watkin, who's going to look for his own piece of room to work and straightens up, but gets absolutely driven back in the tackle. Huge pressure coming in there. And Morgan Williams has seen something in the corner here. A bit of room to work with. Who's on the end of it? Luke Morgan chasing this one down. Don't think he's going to be able to beat back the centre back to it. Morris manages to take him down just outside the 5 metres. Slow to get over this ruck though, and look, Munster very, very slow on that one. Hasn't worked for them. Ospreys managing to get another turnover in the Munster half. Where are they going to be able to go? They'll go for a kick over the top, trying to put someone on the end of it. Not a great kick. Trying to look for the winger. Keelan Giles not actually out on that wing. Not chasing it down at all. Justin Tipuric might not have had the pace to be able to get back for that one. Right, this time landing in the hands of Walsh. Got one try today. Kieran Williams still looking for his hat-trick after such a great first half. Oh, it's slow again from the Ospreys here. Need to get on the ball quicker at the back of this ruck. They've sent in the prop eventually to fill in that duty there as they get it out to Owen Williams. The fly half on the charge. Trying to get round. Does he have the gas to be able to get all the way round? He's getting round. Dots it down for another one. He's happy with it. I don't think Owen Williams has had a try so far in this series. He's been doing God's work in terms of kicking the ball on a 100% conversion rate. But not being able to get over the tries himself necessarily. Nice to see him get over for one. Not giving himself necessarily the easiest kick in the world, but kicking in this game still relatively friendly, shall we say, at this point. Slots through his own conversion. 35 points to 14. I think that's job done for the Munster boys. Not really a lot they can do here, apart from maybe get another score on the board, just to make it look a bit more friendly. The number 8's having a word with the referee here. Obviously not happy about something. Maybe the rucking turnovers. Maybe they thought they'd won that ruck and Ospreys shouldn't have been allowed to compete. Who knows? Let's try and defend our victory here with some decent scores. So they go out wide here to Gareth Thomas, the prop, charging down the wing. Not really got the pace to outdo the winger there. We'll move out the back, try a bit of a deeper play to Tipuric. Wrapped up, two-man tackle to shut him down. The hooter is just around the corner for us. The 80th minute is there. I do want to play on to see if we can get somewhere, but the Munster defence looking awfully good so far. Not really got the room to be able to work with. Munster have tightened up on this side. We'll send Adam Beard down the wing. We do have Luke Morgan with him, maybe for one more. Is the fullback going to be able to chase him down? We'll go for a kick. Oh, can't quite get there. The tap tackle coming in by the fullback had to be made. Who is there for this Ospreys team to be able to take a great victory in one final score? The ball bouncing as Jack Morgan has to take it on, trying to find his own piece of room. Gets it out to Gareth Thomas, the prop, trying to get anywhere. Not going to get around that wing once again. Keelan Giles has moved right into the midfield. I'm not entirely sure what he's playing at. Here he is now, trying to get somewhere with it. Not going to get through there by any means. Still looking for one more score. 87 minutes on the board as they get out to Kieran Williams. Gets the pop pass to Luke Morgan. Got a lot of work to do. Around two players. Can't quite get there. Ospreys still looking for something to come from this one more phase of attack. A bit of a kick over the top this time. Getting out. Trying to get out to Keelan Giles. Those crossfield kicks are just absolutely menacing to be able to do. Doesn't look like it's going to work for us. Munster will kick that one down the field. Oh, hang on. It's staying in. Adam Beard's got to try and cross it in front of his man. Doesn't work there. The ball will bounce into touch, and that will be the game. An awful lot of big heads in this corner. Hopefully that's just a matter of sheer perspective, because I don't know. Otherwise, there's some terrible concussions and swollen foreheads going on there. People there had some 10 feet long heads. Hopefully they're all doing okay. But a decent win for the Ospreys there. Possession territory in the Ospreys' favour. Those meters gained by Munster. Huge meters gained in this game. 332, but not being able to seal that out in terms of the number of points. Ospreys, though, 2 tries for Kieran Williams, 3 more tries for their team, 5 tries in total, all conversions by Owen Williams. Job done for the Ospreys. That's 3 from 3 then, guys. Let's take a look how the rest of the tournament got on. Scarlets winning their game by 8 points against Connacht. They took that one 18-10. Can't quite see it because of my face. Glasgow taking this one by 6 points against Cardiff, 20 points to 14. The Lions beat Edinburgh by 3. Tight game there. Bulls taking this one by 12 against Ulster. Ulster are struggling in this tournament so far. Yeah, they're currently 0 from 3. Not been their season, this one. Benetton beating Leinster by 7 points. Great game for Benetton there. The Sharks beating the Dragons by 5. Ospreys won by 21 versus Munster. And finally, the Stormers taking their game against Zebre by 4 points. A quick look at the board then. Just as Glasgow and the Bulls are the only 3 teams so far to have won 3 games on the bounce. We're all joined on 12 points. We have the positive negatives thing. Who's down the bottom? Dragons are unfortunately down the bottom. There's actually 4 teams down here who currently have 0 points. Big results going on. Next video will be... where are we? We're going up against the Bulls. It's to see who can stay undefeated in the URC tournament, guys. As always, if you've enjoyed this one today, hit the old like button and subscribe to the channel to keep up to date with all the latest videos as they come out. I'll see you all next time, guys. Bye-bye.